The Eliminator round of the chase officially kicked off from Martinsville Speedway today, and we had 8 drivers fighting for one of 4 spots in the championship round at Homestead, but in true Martinsville fashion, things got interesting here late, and there was a lot of drama by the end of the day. The day started soggy as morning rain fell in Martinsville, and the race started under both green and the yellow flag with Joey Logano leading the field. The race went fully green on lap 7, and it didn't take long for Martin Truex Jr. to work his way around Logano on lap 10. Later, Logano takes back the lead, only to surrender that to 8-time Martinsville winner Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon, familiar with running out front at Martinsville, is doing it once again.
On lap 115, the first big caution of the day came out, but no chase drivers were involved. But the spring winner wasn't so lucky as Denny Hamlin gets caught up in the mess on the track. Lap 171, the 2 remaining Gibbs cars in the chase get caught up in an accident. Kyle Busch slips coming off of turn 2 and slides up into Austin Dillon. Those 2 spin, and Carl Edwards pile drives the rear bumper of A.J. Allmendinger, who was braking to avoid the accident. Edwards sustained heavy damage to the hood and front bumper of his car, but it was all cosmetic, and the 19 was off of pit road without losing a lap. 65 to go now, and things start to get heated. Matt Kenseth gets together with Brad Keselowski. Kenseth goes for a spin off of turn 2. He collects the 41 of Kurt Busch. A tough day for both Keselowski and Busch, who finished 32nd and 34th. But Matt Kenseth wasn't done. Back under green on lap 454, leader Joey Logano came around Kenseth outside. Kenseth, who was several laps down, gets into the 22 of Logano, and they both go hard into the wall. The crowd went wild as Kenseth got out of the car, but NASCAR was not amused, telling the 20 team that Kenseth would be parked if they could get the car back on track. In the garage area, Joey Logano's dad, Tom, had to be restrained by Logano's crew chief, Todd Gordon, perhaps thinking that the wreck was retaliation for Logano wrecking Kenseth in Kansas, but Kenseth claimed he had a tire going down.
Sometimes you get put in these spots, and you gotta try to keep respect in the garage area. You can't get yourself ran over. You can't get in a chase next to you and get ran over for the same reason. So, like I said, I hate the way it ended.
Here is just a complete coward move, especially for a championship race car driver and race team. Just complete coward.
After a red flag to clean up the mess, the yellow was displayed and the leaders would pit, and Jeff Gordon worked his way back to the front and survived a few late race cautions, and Jeff Gordon wins his 9th race at Martinsville and earns a spot in the finale to race for a title.
This is not just okay, cool, we won Martinsville, now we get to go be one of those 4 at Homestead. We're just going to watch them all go battle for the championship. No way, no way. This team is way better than that. And nobody's more driven and excited than this race team is right now. And every resource that we have, we'll be putting towards what we have to do to go be competitive enough to win the championship in Homestead.
After the race, NASCAR Executive Vice President Steve O'Donnell met with members of the media, saying that while the chase format produces great racing, NASCAR was disappointed with the Kenseth-Logano incident since Kenseth was several laps down and they weren't racing for a win. He added that any possible penalties for Kenseth were still being discussed and they would be announced on Tuesday if necessary. O'Donnell also added that any possible penalties for Kenseth are still being discussed, and when NASCAR makes a ruling on any of that, we will find out Tuesday. For NASCAR.com, I'm Jonathan Merryman.